I want to play a clip real quick of Bill O'Reilly with then candidate for president John McCain. And in this clip, they identified very clearly what the power structure in this country was. America is run by white Christian men is what he says. And I want you to listen to it. And I want you to hear it because it is the clearest confession of white supremacy, male supremacy, and Christian supremacy in America. On Fox News, nobody batted an eye. It didn't make any major headlines. It was just a matter of fact. And I'll tie this back in a moment, but I want you to listen to this clip. Sun is out and it's hard to see.
Right. The second thing that on the left they're against is the temporary worker, as you know. We say 2 years, go back for a year, 2 years, go back for a year. They don't want that. They don't want them to have to go back.
But the strategy is
people can come and work.
Do you understand, and I'm not saying this in a condescending way, you're smarter than I am, sure. But do you understand what the New York Times wants and the far left want? They want to break down the white Christian male power structure, of which you're a part, and so am I. And they want to bring in millions of foreign nationals to basically break down the structure that we have. In that regard, Pat Buchanan is right. So I break down the structure. Millions, and so am I, on the white Christian male power structure, of which you're a part, and so am I. And they want to bring in millions of foreign nationals to basically break down the structure that we have. In that regard, Pat Buchanan is right. So I say that you've got to...
You rarely hear somebody just outright confess that there is a power structure in this country. White, Christian, male, that sun is beaming. It's not as hot as it looks. It's actually really comfortable, but I just hate that it's got my skin like completely whitewashed. I digress. I'm sorry. They confess that America is run by white Christian men. So when we talk about white supremacy and people are like, oh, there's no such thing as white supremacy. Bill O'Reilly just confessed that. When people talk about the patriarchy, they're like, oh, the patriarchy. There's no such thing as a patriarchy. The man just confessed. White, male, and then when I talk about Christian supremacy, and they always talk about, oh, Christianity is under attack in America. No. In America, America is run by white Christian men. Now, when we talk about this Supreme Court pick, and when I say Republicans do identity politics better than anybody else, this is what I mean. They will get a woman, Muslim, they don't even care if she wears a hijab, and they will appoint her to the bench just so long as she's not a threat or challenges that white male Christian power structure. So they'll play identity politics so long as you are not a person who fights against white supremacy, male supremacy, Christian supremacy. Do I need to play that clip again? It's right there. It's right there. This is who they are. This is what they're trying to protect. And it goes one step further. They will elect a woman. They will elect a lesbian couple, Muslim, hijab wearing, black woman to be the president of the United States just so long as she does not threaten the white Christian male power structure. Your identity alone is not a threat necessarily. It could be, but not necessarily. It is whether or not you agree that there should not be white supremacy, there should not be male supremacy, and that there should not be any specific religion supremacy, in this case, Christian supremacy, whether you're Catholic, Protestant. If you believe that those power system structures should be brought down into equilibrium with everybody else, then you are the enemy of the United States of America and its power structure, like Bill O'Reilly identified. So the woman that they're considering for the bench, they would gladly put a woman up. If they could find a Hispanic, a brown or black woman who's not a threat to the system, they would even more gladly do that. If they found a Muslim woman because there's believe it or not, there's a couple of Muslim quote unquote scholars, I don't know how much of the scholars they really are, who really go out there and attack Islam on behalf of white Christian male supremacy. And if they can find that and wrap up an identity that makes it difficult for us to fight back against it, they would prefer that, because they no longer have to put white Christian men on the front line to protect white supremacy. They could put Candace Owens out there. They could put Larry Elder out there. They could put Dinesh D'Souza out there. They could put whoever fits a particular identity. You feel what I'm saying?